A pleasant day to each and everyone. I am Lord Christian P. Madangat, and my assigned topic is all about the challenges to media literacy education. This is the continuation of Ms. Anzano's report. There are several challenges considered in media literacy education. First is the access to technology. Second, teacher training. Third, keeping up with technology. And that will be discussed by Ms. Anzano. So the fourth challenges in media literacy education is the inconsistency in curriculum. Inconsistency in curriculum is the lack of consistency in digital literacy education across schools and states. It refers to variations, disparities, or contradictions within the educational program. It can manifest as differences in content, teaching methods, assessment criteria, or learning outcome across different courses, classes, or educational levels within a system. This lack of uniformity might affect the quality of education and students' overall learning experiences. In the simplest way for you to understand, inconsistency in curriculum means the things in school that doesn't match up, like different lessons or ways of teaching for the same subject. It's when there's no clear or steady plan for what students should learn or how they should learn it. So why does inconsistency in curriculum considered as one of the challenges in media literacy to education? Because it creates challenges that leads to varying levels of the understanding among students, making it harder to ensure everyone gets a comprehensive grasp of crucial media skills. It can also cause confusion or gaps in knowledge since different topics or skills might not be covered or emphasized in different ways or not at all. This inconsistency can hinder the development of a solid foundation in media literacy for all learners. For example, it could be when different teachers in the same grade level teach completely different topics or use different teaching methods for the same subject. For instance, in a science class, one teacher might focus heavily on biology, while the other teacher emphasizes basics. It leads to inconsistency in what students learn across the same grade level. The fifth challenges in media literacy education is the lack of emphasis. Lack of emphasis in digital literacy education may not be given the same emphasis as other subjects, resulting in limited instructional time. So lack of emphasis refers to a situation where something important isn't given enough attention or focus. In education, it could mean that a crucial topic, skill, or concept isn't highlighted or taught adequately in the curriculum, which might affect students' understanding or mastery of that subject. In simplest way, lack of emphasis means something important isn't given enough attention or focus. In education, it's when a really important thing isn't taught or highlighted well enough. So, why does lack of emphasis is considered as one of the challenges to media literacy education? Do you have any idea? So, lack of emphasis is considered as one of the challenges to media literacy education is because when media literacy isn't given enough importance, students might miss out on learning how to understand and navigate media effectively, leaving them less capable of recognizing fake news, understanding media biases, and critically informations they will encounter. This becomes a challenge because students might not acquire the necessary tools to critically analyze and navigate the media landscape effectively. For example, a lack of emphasis could be seen in a curriculum where a fundamental math concept like multiplication isn't given much attention or practice time in the lesson plans. If it's not taught thoroughly or practiced enough, students might struggle to other math topics that receive more focus and practice in the curriculum. The sixth challenges to media literacy education is digital divide. It is a student from low-income families may not have access to the same opportunities and resources as those from more affluent families. It refers to the gap between people who have easy access to technology like computers and internet and from those who don't. It's about the differences in access to digital resources and technology between different groups like communities, regions, or socio-economic backgrounds. In simplest way, digital divide is like a gap between those who have easy access to technology like internet and from those who don't. So, why does digital divide considered as one of the challenges to media literacy education? It is considered as one of the challenges to media literacy education because not everyone has equal access to technology. Some students might miss out learning important skills about understanding media and online informations. This creates a gap in how well the students can navigate and understand the digital world. For example, affecting media literacy education can be in a situation where some students have easy access to the internet at home, allowing them to research and verify information for their school projects. Meanwhile, other students might lack of internet access or have limited connectivity, making it harder for them to find reliable resources or engage in online discussions critical for developing literacy skills. The seven challenges to media literacy education is the digital security and online safety. It ensures that students are safe and protected while online is a major concern for educators. It refers to practice and measures taken to protect one's personal information, data, and privacy while using the internet and digital devices. It involves various strategies such as using strong passwords, being cautious about sharing your personal information online, avoiding suspicious websites or emails, regularly updating software for security patches, and being aware of potential online threats like phishing or malware attacks. These practices aims to ensure and a more secure online experiences. In simplest way, digital security and online safety means that taking steps to keep your stuff safe while using the internet and digital devices. It's about using strong passwords, being careful with your personal information, and watching out for bad stuff like viruses and scams. So, why does digital security and online safety considered as one of the challenges to media literacy education? It is considered as one of the challenges to media literacy education because it presents challenges to media literacy in education. Students need to understand how to navigate the online world safely while critically evaluating information they encounter. They will focus on staying safe online, identifying reliable sources, understanding privacy settings, and recognizing potential threats add complexity to the skills that students need to develop for media literacy. While learning about media, students need to learn how to stay safe online, and doing both can be tricky. I have an example. Using a strong password like one with a mixed letters, numbers, and symbols to protect your online accounts from being easily hacked, and finding some credible sources and getting some information or news. The last challenges to media literacy education is the lack of integration. Digital literacy is not integrated into all subjects, leading to a lack of understanding and application for digital tools. It could also mean that media literacy skills aren't incorporated consistently across various subjects, or that there is a disconnect between what's taught in media literacy and how it's applied in other areas. This disjointed approach might make it harder for students to understand the broader implications of media literacy in different subjects or in real life situations. In simplest way, lack of integration is when the stuff students learn about media doesn't fit well with what they learn in other subjects or in real life, making it harder to understand how media literacy applies everywhere. So, why does lack of integration is considered as one of the challenges to media literacy? It is considered as one of the challenges to media literacy because lack of integration in media literacy education makes it tough for students. When media literacy isn't linked well with other subjects or real life situations, it's harder for students to see how important it is in everything they learn or experience. Integrating it better helps the students to understand its relevance across the board. For example, it could be when students learn about analyzing advertisement in media literacy class, but don't apply those skills or concepts when studying persuasive techniques in their language arts or social studies classes. This lack of connection between subjects makes it harder for students to see how media literacy skills relate to different aspects of their learning. That's all for my report. I hope that you can get some information in it. Thank you and have a great day ahead.